I'm ChampChong, it is Friday, and go become part of the ChampChong army on Facebook, and while you do that, let's check out the clip of the day.
Heads up, enemy RCXD spotted. Charlie secure. Our counter pipelines in the air. Heads up, enemy RCXD spotted. Charlie secure.
G'day guys, welcome to the Friday edition of the show where I report on the latest in gaming news, and if you do go on to enjoy today's video, make sure you backhand that like button. Anyway, now let's jump into the gaming news, as there's been a pretty interesting day regarding Microsoft. As you may remember, a few months back I reported that the next Xbox console will need an internet connection at all times to play games. And well, today two sources testing the Durango dev kit have confirmed this to be true. They said, unless something has changed recently, Durango consumer units must have an active internet connection to be used. They also said, if there isn't a connection, no games or apps can be started. If the connection is interrupted, then after a period of time, currently 3 minutes if I remember correctly, the game or app will be suspended and the network troubleshooter will be started. Now these sources are trusted sources, but if that wasn't enough for you, Adam Orth, the creative director at Microsoft Studios, confirmed all of this. He said that every device now is always online. That's the world that we live in. And he also wondered why people had a problem with the next Xbox or any device having to be online at all times, which actually got him into a little altercation with a Twitter user who didn't like the idea of always online, and I can see both sides of their argument. Now the issue here is that not everybody in the world has internet, but the most likely scenario is if you have an Xbox, you probably have internet. Now you may not have the best internet, kinda like me, but the speed doesn't matter when you're connected just online, so it just matters that you're online. It doesn't matter if you have Xbox Live Gold or what speed you have, just to be online is the matter right there. What I mean by that is, even though you just need an internet connection, it doesn't matter what speed you have, people tend to hear things the wrong way. Kinda like they did with Call of Duty Elite a couple years back on Modern Warfare 3. People just didn't seem to understand it for some reason. I guess that's just the general public, but I guess if it doesn't go over the right way, if Microsoft doesn't advertise it right, it's gonna go very badly for them. And if it does go that way, we could actually see a bunch of Xbox gamers jump ship to PS4 because they're rebellious. But in the end, I really don't care if my Xbox has to be connected online at all times, because right now that's the situation I have anyway. So if you're one of the people that are watching this video and complaining about this issue, you shouldn't be, because you're watching this through the internet, which means you have an internet connection, you have nothing to complain about, and you shouldn't be sad. Sad news. Sad news! What the fuck? So today's sad news is actually pretty sad news if you're a Star Wars fan like myself. As you may have heard already, Disney has shut down LucasArts and has cancelled Star Wars 1313 and Star Wars First Assault. Disney, who owns everything Star Wars after buying it from George Lucas earlier this year or late last year or something like that, decided that they didn't want any dead weight. Basically what that means is that they didn't want to pay any people to make more Star Wars games. So now the question is, what's going to happen with these Star Wars games, since Disney has the rights to them, but they aren't actually doing anything with them? Well, one option I can see is that Disney might outsource the work to other companies. This actually might happen, as many publishers are out there going, hey, Star Wars is a pretty big franchise, we should probably jump on board with this. Also, if you haven't seen the footage of Star Wars 1313, I recommend you do, because this game could have been the next big thing. It was actually pretty damn epic, and I saw it behind closed doors last year before it was announced, and it looked insane. And I'm really hoping that a publisher does pick up Star Wars 1313, because that game does deserve to get to the gamers. And if Star Wars 1313 does eventually get picked up again, I predict it will become a pretty big game. And speaking of pretty big, we got the big news. Big news! For the last week or so, many rumors have been flying around about the next DLC for Black Ops 2. Now I knew about these rumors, and I also knew that they were 100% true at the time, but I didn't want to say anything. The reason for that is because my good friends at Activision have allowed me to give away some codes for Black Ops 2 Uprising DLC. I'll be giving them away away once the date for the DLC is closer, but until then, if you haven't heard, the Uprising DLC includes 4 new multiplayer maps which are awesome, and a new zombies game mode called Mob of the Dead which features some Hollywood celebrities. The DLC will be out on April 16th for the Xbox 360, so when that date hits, I will be giving away some codes. And if you do want to check out the full trailer for the Uprising DLC, I have linked it down below for you guys to enjoy. Now, since I can't give away the codes today, I feel a little bit bad. So to make it up to you guys, I am going to do a giveaway in this video, and I'm going to give away a brand new ChampChong design t-shirt. If you didn't know, I just released a bunch of awesome new t-shirts over at the Spreadshirt ChampChong page. So if you're a member of the ChampChong army, I recommend that you go grab one, and if you take a photo of yourself and send it in, you will be on the show. Yes, I will feature you on this show because you're epic and you're part of the ChampChong army. So go grab yourself a t-shirt. The link for the t-shirts is down below, but if you do want to win a t-shirt on today's show, all you have to do is answer the Gorilla Man question that I'm about to receive. Thanks, Gorilla Man. Okay guys, to win a t-shirt, all you have to do is answer this question, and it is: if you could bring any video game vehicle into real life, what video game vehicle would it be and why? So get creative with your answer, put it down below in the comment section. You could win or end up on the next show, but enjoy today's video. Make sure to smack that like button because I'm ChampChong, my accent's Australian here. The answer to Gorilla Man's previous question.